kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Right to the air is Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Rodgers to throw once more. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changed. They might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Going quickly out to the right side. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
Taken down at the 42.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now it's Herbert. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They snap it to Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He's got the first down and more than that. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On first down, Rodgers. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, and it's a Packers touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden.
He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Herbert throwing again. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Touchdown! Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Rodgers. The 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's got room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, L.A. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And oh, deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And oh, it's wide right. No good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Rodgers now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Get it again on second down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, with a juke. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On first and 10. Here's Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Touchdown! Aaron Jones, 28 yards.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
Rodgers will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Hey, take 26 out there. Here, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Dances by him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, 192 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this to Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. A gain of 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of my touchdown. Keenan Allen, 27 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit. And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they say to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down, Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Rodgers again now. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on some.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They started on the ground with Eckler.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 65 yards.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And boy, that...
Yeah, my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside.